Right, Autophiles!
The 2025 third facelift of the Volvo XC90.
I was just telling him, look at that face, that looked like 2024, 2025, and then you look at that body, 2015.
Yeah, it's like an older person with the latest makeup fashion trend.
Yes. We're talking about why this is done. In the industry, a lot of companies are doing this now because we live in very uncertain times. Going forward, the EV disrupted the market. A lot of companies don't know whether they should just make EV or continue to make petrol car. And the problem is they don't want to take a risk to develop a new chassis. So now we are stuck with a lot of third, fourth facelifts.
We are seeing this most prominently with Volvo because they have a very small portfolio.
Right.
They made a commitment to go full EV by a certain year. And then when they realized that the numbers were not really adding up and the projections were not that good, they decided, okay, we'll give the XC90 one more extension by facelifting it quite extensively. It's more than your typical facelift.
It's not a usual external change of look facelift.
So he also asked, why are we reviewing this car? We haven't really done a proper full-length XC90 review. Now that we have the ultimate expression of XC90.
Well, it's called ultimate expression.
No, here's the funny thing. The pre-facelift last year, where they did a big battery upgrade and all that, that was called ultimate. And usually ultimate signifies, hey, last one.
Okay.
You know? But no, this is called Ultra.
Right.
So after the ultimate comes the Ultra.
After Ultra is Pro Max.
Pro Max. Coming
Volvo
soon.
Pro Max.
But yeah, just to go through some of the changes that came last year. Battery pack is huge now. So even though it's a plug-in hybrid, you can get 80 plus kilometers if you fully charge.
What's the kilowatt hour we're talking about?
18, so still under 20 kilowatt.
Okay. All right.
Charging speed is something like 6 kilowatt AC. So there's no DC fast charging. But if you have 6 kilowatt AC, you can fully charge a battery in 3 hours. So it's usable for daily commute on electric.
If you plug in every day from home, 80 kilo is roughly what you do in a day, something like that.
It's a very practical in-between step.
The keyword here, in between.
In between. Actually, a lot of customers are still also in that mindset where they're not committed to go full EV. So if you're in that mindset, there is still this.
This fits. I mean, the product itself fits your worldview, isn't it? But 150,000 ringgit for a Taycan. 50,000 ringgit Aura Good Cat.
I'll put it this way, 60,000 ringgit XC90 from 2015.
But it will cost you 50,000 ringgit to repair, man.
The parts for hybrids, plug-in hybrids can be quite expensive. So we're going to give it a design overview first, and then we'll go and do performance.
Correct. All right.
So let's start at the front because that's where they did 90% of the work. So the most prominent thing I think is the headlights and the
new grill, new light.
Someone was pointing out that for the first time, this iron mark is actually integrated to the grill. I think it's Bobby who had like a whole thing. I didn't really watch the whole video, but I think what he's getting at is normally this iron mark is not running perpendicular. Sorry, it's not running parallel to any other line on the grill. So for the first time, they got parallel and perpendicular lines to this iron mark. So it supposedly is more integrated into the design. It's not just like slapped onto the grill. But I think it's a bit contrived.
It is very contrived.
I mean, you can say that they never tried to make it a part of the design. Like this line doesn't flow into a sculpted line here or anything like that. But to just slap it on like this, I mean, to me it doesn't really fit that well. I remember the old inscription grills on the S90 and all that. It used to be so classy, you know, the chrome grill, and it's supposed to be a callback to the old P1800s and all that. This one, I don't know, it's just like a modernist take on what.
It could be the Chinese effect, you know. The drama that the West has been doing now. And when the Chinese do it, it cheapens it. And now you look back at the Europeans doing it, cheap.
But also remember the S70 had this motif on the speaker grill. So maybe it's a Geely Group design language. I don't know.
But to be honest, it's quite outstanding, the front. But
not Volvo XC90.
Not very Volvo. It's not very Volvo.
Because I always look at this car as the Bentley of the range.
You know, it's got to have pillars and columns.
Correct.
Right?
It's like an architectural thing on wheels. Putting this face on,
this fabric pattern is a bit odd, isn't it?
A bit odd, And then just having like
empty
weird
plastic
lines, just doesn't jive with a car that is supposed to be statesman-like, you know. This looks a little bit too modern.
Yeah.
But they want to make it look like it's part of the new EX90 family.
It tells you that this is the third facelift. They are
it tells
insecure.
you that very clearly.
Yeah. It's very insecure about the fact that they are doing this treatment to a 10-year-old car.
Yeah. It's that meme lah. Yeah. What up, kids? With the skateboard and all that.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. But apparently they did some work to the hood, so they actually re-sculpted the hood. Cut the lines a bit differently to fit these new headlights. It's still the Thor's hammer thing. Yeah. But it doesn't do the EX90 does that thing where, remember I told you like the pop-up headlights are going to come back?
Yeah. Oh, it's cool, right?
Yeah. And EX90 does that.
Yeah.
This one doesn't do that. So the Thor's headlight thing doesn't open up or anything like that. Don't know what to say lah. I mean, I really liked the XC90 when it first came out, and it aged gracefully.
It aged okay, yeah.
I think also historically XC90 gets stretched out for 10 years.
They do, even the previous model.
Yeah. So I don't really love the way the front looks, but it does look like the modern Volvos.
It does look 2024, 2025.
Yeah. Just the rest of it.
Yeah, just the rest of the car. The lines, you know, the shape is very 2015.
Yeah. And the rims I think got updated as well. Still 20-inch. Doesn't really look 2025.
Right.
It kind of jives with the rest of this.
Yeah, it's 2015, isn't it?
2015, yeah. The side, I mean, they didn't change anything on the side as far as I know. And it still has that statesman-like look.
Right.
Yeah. Little bit of chrome here and there. Still looks good from the side. It doesn't look that awkward at all.
Right.
It's only when you see the front with the side then it's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
It's just the side alone.
It's like plastic surgery on an old man.
The rest of the old man still looked okay.
Yeah.
It's just now it just looks a bit weird that
it's like why did you go through that much trouble for your face?
Yeah, correct. Around the back.
You were saying that it's exactly the same?
It's almost exactly the same. They didn't change the housing shape or anything like that. I think the biggest change was the
bumper.
Bottom half of the bumper with this chrome strip. The rest of it is exactly the same, down to even the variant type T8 plug-in hybrid. But I think the whole point of the XC90 is that it occupies the space that, at least for a certain point, was not contested.
7-seater large SUV.
Large premium SUV.
Right.
This is what people pay for, which is the extra 2 seats at the back and the ability to have some flexibility. You can fold it down. I think if you have a big family, you're doing well in life, this is the kind of car
that you may want.
Because
an Alphard can be a bit gaudy for some, especially with the looks.
And the Alphard is almost never a statement car, so this can complement that quite well.
Right.
Let's check out the interior, I guess. Coming in here, I don't know, I seem to remember the XC90 being a lot bigger than it is now.
Could be the colour.
Doesn't feel like there's so much clearance from the B pillar to me.
Right.
So coming in, it's not like I just drop in.
Right.
I really have to kind of squeeze in a little bit.
Okay.
Like remember the Ion Y Plus?
Yeah.
That was a really like just drop into the car.
Right. Oh yeah.
This one is you still have to climb in a little bit. So it's not perfect in that regard. If I'm chauffeuring someone, they still have to do a little bit of work.
It's a bit European. European cars tend to cocoon you. I don't know why.
Because the B pillar must be thick enough to do rollover.
Things must be chunky. You know? Or else if you step into something small, even like a Y Plus, space. And you start wondering, why is there no 2 extra seats, right?
Yeah, exactly. I still think about the Y Plus.
I think about it every day. Por moi, okay lah, hit here a bit. Leg room is not great.
Yeah, you feel that, right?
This is my sitting position.
It is not an S-Class replacement.
It's not.
It's an E-Class
E-Class Plus. Yeah. Maybe an E. You know why?
Modern E is small.
Because Volvo like to do this, which is good, which is thoughtful, but it comes with its downside. The downside is that the seats doesn't look good and it doesn't feel that good.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a
premium vehicle. Alright. That's the trade-off. But other than that, okay lah. I think this is good if you have kids of a certain age. It's an okay place. I wouldn't say this is great. I would say this is okay lah. But mind you lah, we are big lah. Both of us are 6-footer, you know, and 20 kg overweight. So I mean, for most people, this is okay.
Besides that, I think these are supposed to be digital controls, but the car is off.
So you can't touch it. Okay. Yeah. Shall we go to the front? The front is a nicer place, I have to say. It's a slightly nicer place. But again, the use of color is literally black on black, on grey on black. I like this grey, but when you have so much black,
it doesn't stand
out, right?
This grey against, I don't know, a beige or brown might be a bit nicer. So this dashboard is actually the place where they put the most effort.
Okay.
So besides the face itself, the dashboard, so the 2 things that you see the most are the front of the car and the dashboard are the 2 areas where they put the most effort in the facelift.
Okay.
Steering wheel, I think, is exactly the same as before.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah. This thing is also exactly the same. They went through an update in the previous facelift to make the graphics a little bit better, and you also have Google integrated maps in there. So if this is gone, set your Google Maps here, you get directions here.
It's quite decent.
And in your heads-up display, you get directions.
Right.
So the things that they changed is this infotainment, which looks like an add-on, like someone tacked it on, because it's sticking out of the housing a bit.
Okay.
The previous one was 9 inches.
Set in.
It didn't bulge out like this. So they had to redesign this and push the aircon controls a little bit out. It's a very common China thing, because like when I looked at the Protons that were done after Geely, where they facelifted the Iris and Scion and all that, it's quite common that they actually put stuff like this, where it comes out of the like disrupts the aircon flow.
A bit. So technically speaking, all you needed to do is make sure that your aircon here is closed off and then set it maybe 1 cm a bit further, and it would have looked okay. I tell you, this is not great. This is not 500,000 ringgit level, but it's okay. It's better than what you get on the Toyota.
Like the biggest complaint from a lot of customers from 10 years ago when the XC90 first came out was they wanted physical buttons for the aircon controls.
But they never get it.
So 10 years later, they didn't bother to redesign any of this, man. It's still exactly the same. This section here is almost completely different.
Yeah.
So this is the same.
Yeah.
This is the same. This is the same. But they moved, like the wireless charger used to be, I think, around here.
Right. They move it forward.
They moved it in front here.
Right.
I can't remember what used to be here, but basically now you have bigger storage. You have 2.5 cup holders.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this one is exactly the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
To be honest, for Volvo, for them to save a bit of money, this could have been half the size. In 2025, this is redundant, that's number one. Number two, if you still want it, this could have been half the size.
It's saving them money because they don't have to retool and like order a different shape.
Was it the same shape? Because I remember last time one had a cage.
Yeah, first gen one was like that, and then the first facelift they changed it to this.
Oh, so they're still using the same
I think
thing.
This is 2019 or 2020 shape.
Stock still sitting in the store, so might as well use
might as well use it. I already ordered the 200,000. And you still got the remote opening of the glove box.
The most unnecessary thing ever.
Well, I mean, the one thing I also noticed that they changed is the Bowers and Wilkins.
Oh, now no longer Bowers and Wilkins.
It's still Bowers and Wilkins, but the grill shape is now a different kind of fancy.
It's future fancy.
I don't
Sci-fi
know.
fancy.
Does it look more fancy than the last one? I don't think so.
Okay lah.
I remember the first gen one where it was yellow.
You see something peek through.
You see something peek through. From this angle, you can see the thing. Now the speaker is no longer yellow lah. So
does it give you the Proton X70 feel? The first generation come here is like, wow, everything is done to the T. Then every facelift just downgrades everything. Oh, I need to add this. Oh, I need to add that. Oh, I need to change.
Apparently the ambient lighting is upgraded as well. But
which this car, we can't see it during the day.
So same with the Proton X70.
The same
the
feel.
ambient lighting, but it's just a stupid.
It's the dumbest thing. But apparently in China they do that. A few company does that.
Don't do it.
I don't know. I don't like it.
So design, what's your score, man? What are you going to say?
I'm gonna rate its plastic surgery at.
Have they botched the surgery?
No, they didn't botch it.
They didn't botch it.
But it's quite obvious it's a plastic surgery. So it looks wise a 3.5 out of 5 lah. It's okay. It's okay. It's a bit like Mitsuoka.
You change the face.
You change the face, but the A pillar and the side mirror, even the side mirror, they never bothered to change. I feel that.
Interior?
It's a 3.5 out of 5. It's okay. It feels contacts, a bit of contacts. I was sitting in the EX90 and I was like, so that was bad.
You feel the build quality here is still up there?
No, at least it's built like how it was built, and that is a good thing. What about you?
I think I'm going to be more critical.
Oh. Volvo's gonna hate it.
I was very disappointed by the level of work, the low level of work that they put into the facelift. Because if you're going to do a facelift like this, I expect it to be a lot more extensive. So the level of work, I feel like could have been more. I mean, you can dramatically change a dashboard without changing the hard points. Like where the aircon vents are and all that. You can keep all those points, so you don't have to re-engineer too much.
Okay.
But you can dramatically change it more than this.
Right.
Whereas I see like here they didn't really change that much. A lot of the things are exactly where they used to be. A lot of switches and buttons are exactly how they used to be.
And they feel a bit aged.
And today they don't pop like they used to.
If you're gonna use the same chassis, you're gonna do a lot of work.
So the level of change to me was a bit low, and also the type of change to me was not that great.
Right.
So the type of change that happened here was very, very cosmetic, I feel. You know, it doesn't
Fundamentally,
feel like,
the car is the same.
yeah, it feels like the big change happened last year with the Ultimate package, where the range went up and all that.
Okay.
When this change came, it's like, okay, you're just making the face look a little bit more like your EX90, but that's it. It's so
You can see through the thought process.
Yes.
The thought process is, man, this car's gonna soldier on for another 3 years. We gotta do something.
Yeah.
Right now.
And when you put this next to any of the facelift models, you put this next to even the original 2015 model, does it feel like a substantially different car? Does it feel 10 years advanced?
Right.
I can say that the pre-facelift, the Ultimate variant, feels like, okay, it's an 8-year advanced car because the range went up and all that. It went from a turbo and supercharged engine to just being turbocharged without losing power, without losing efficiency. So those advancements, I can say, okay, that's like, you know, within a life cycle you can make. But if you do your 10-year anniversary change and it's this subtle, I'm a little bit disappointed. So design-wise, I will give it 2.9.
Not an ugly. We haven't gotten a two-header for a long time.
I mean, it's not an ugly car. It feels like I'm bashing the design.
Right.
I'm bashing the amount of work that.
Okay, yeah, bashing the effort lah.
It feels like a last minute. Oh shit! If he can't sell, let's do something quickly. The design-wise, not that impressed, and the stateliness is kind of gone.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that were neat and tidy are now kind of obtuse and weird. You know. So that part of the XC90 has lost its character. I would rather be seen in the previous gen one.
Exterior?
Exterior also same. I feel the stateliness is gone.
2.9.
2.9. I mean, what is this face?
Yeah.
This face don't look good on this body, man.
Yeah, it's an old man with a new face.
It's a dictator with lip filler, you know?
Yeah, you have to take him seriously, right?
It's like, okay, you didn't botch the job, but you're a dictator. You're supposed to look like an old, crazy, scary looking man.
It reminds me of who, you know? You remember Sami Velu?
Yeah, when the hair plugs came in, it's like, yo, what's going on? Why is your hair straighter?
Why your hairline like perfect one?
Okay, let's do performance.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, the Indian in me who must support Volvo is fighting this.
The funny thing is, Volvo is Chinese.
Yeah.
Jaguar is Indian. Chinese love Jaguar, and I'm like,
why?
Yeah, but you guys make fun of India all the time. Then you love Indian car. Then the Indian in Malaysia makes fun of China all the time, but loves Chinese car.
It's a bit of a contradiction.